normal gaming system, but it's far from it.
Looks
The
like a little
Super
mini Nintendo.
SN02 preloaded with 800 games looks nearly identical to the original Nintendo SNES. Even the
Did you guys have one of these? I had one of those when I was a kid.
packaging is nearly a perfect copy, but it's not created by, sold by, or affiliated with Nintendo in any
And these things are everywhere, you guys. These things are absolutely everywhere. You can get them on TikTok Shop, Temu, all everywhere.
way.
It looks exactly like a miniature version of the old Super Nintendo.
Taylor Turley's 5-year-old son was gifted the console for Christmas, and she was ready to share some gaming nostalgia with him.
I was raised in the 90s. A lot of these games are very familiar with me. I honestly wanted to play the game before I gave it to him.
But she quickly
I almost bought one of these for Christmas. I'm glad, I almost got one.
realized some of the preloaded games included offensive or racist language
Like, what the heck?
and pornographic material, like this image of what appears to be 2 naked children in a tent. The book there labeled porn, and one with a sexually explicit character that looks like Ronald McDonald along.
The thing is, parents are going to buy this for nostalgia and want their kids to play it, not expecting discussing stuff like that.
Along with an email account.
I can only imagine the type of person that's posting their email on pedophilic games.
She says she was also shocked to find a game with
Whoever that email is, he needs to go to jail probably.
racist characters.
There's another game that is supposed to be like Mario 2, I believe. And it's called Black Man 2 once you get into the game. And I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty racist.
The gaming system,
How was there not people who tested these things out before it was released?
which doesn't list a manufacturer on the box, but says it's made in China, is sold by multiple third parties on major retailers like Walmart or Amazon. And we found it being sold in person at an electronics store in Corona, Queens, displayed right here on a table outside the store, along with what appears to be a knockoff Nintendo Switch. Here is the loading screen, and we see Luigi here, like a cartoon version of Luigi, very familiar.
Well, it's funny, all the other ones look all old school, like the old school games, and then you have that one. Totally does not fit the mold at all.
Looks like a fun game so far. Everything looks pretty normal. But as we kept scrolling, we're deep into the games now. It's 111 is the number of games that we've gotten to get to this screen. And on the same page, we have Mickey Mouse 3, which sounds like a game. Sure, you let your kids play that. That's fine. But on the same page, we have one that sounds much more explicit and questionable. And then as we hit play, we were even more shocked. Okay, right.
Have you guys ever thought about buying one of these? Like, there's different ones too. There's the little handheld ones that look like the Game Boys and all that stuff. Is that something that you guys ever thought? Because I wanted the Game Boy one because I wanted, to play the old school Pokemon games. But I didn't end up getting it. But yeah, so let me know for sure down in the comments below if you guys have bought one of these or anything like that. He has no pants on.
Right off the bat, that's not the Mowgli I remember.
The messed up part is it's going to be little kids playing this. Like, yeah, there's going to be some adults that get it because of nostalgia, but it's mostly going to be for little kids. So it's some freaking weirdo that came up with this and somehow passed it to where it could get mass amounts of them made. Like, disgusting.
Remember, it would just be a normal game if it weren't for Mowgli being naked. We've reached out to Disney for comment on this, but have not heard back.
I was fuming.
Kyla Knight has been trying to warn other parents about the system on TikTok and tells us she bought it for her kid when it was listed here as a bestseller on Amazon.
My husband went
Nice going, Amazon.
ahead and bought it. It was like, hey, this is only $50. We're going to go ahead and get this.
After Kyla reached out to Amazon, the company told her they were investigating. And in a statement to NBC News, said the product was, quote, investigated and removed. But as of today, it's now listed on the site by another third-party seller. Walmart also telling NBC News the game will be removed because it does not comply with our prohibited products policy. But we found
Probably should have checked that out before, Walmart.
one that appears to be the same system by a third-party seller today. The online posts selling the systems do not mention anything about inappropriate content. They even receive some 5-star reviews.
If you go into the description,
Here's the thing. There's, thousands of games on there, and most people are on it to play maybe 4 or 5 games that they remember as a kid. And they're not even looking for that other stuff. They're looking for the games that they played as a kid. That's why it took so long for somebody to notice.
descriptions of these consoles, they are marketed to children. They're marketed to give to your friends' children.
However, now Kyla and Taylor joining dozens of other customers, leaving reviews to warn other parents and to get the word out.
That's all I wanted to do with this whole topic, was just make sure that parents knew what could potentially be on presents that they're buying for their kids.
And it looks like it's a lot of the games too that are jacked up. That's so sad, man.
My warning would just be to make sure that you go through the console yourself and test out these games. Even if you're not interested in playing it, just be aware of what your child is taking in all accounts.
All right, Stephen Romo joins us now live here on Top Story. So, Stephen, I mean, this is pretty eye-opening, and it's incredible how much it looks like the old Super Nintendo. How hard was it to get to the games that were inappropriate? I mean, could any kid find them? And you found things that were even sicker than what we saw in your story, correct?
Yeah, stuff we could not include in the story, definitely on this game. That's one of the weird things about it, though, is if a parent gives this to their child, they might look through it for a while and not find anything. But after scrolling just a few pages down, all of a sudden you see some strange titles that seem racist. The games themselves are actually pretty normal, but then you get to the one like we saw, the Jungle Book version. There is a normal version of the Jungle Book as well, but then for inexplicable reasons, there's this.
Why add that extra one unless you're just trying to be a weirdo pervert? Like, I don't get it. Maybe somebody did it for the lols and didn't expect it to blow up. Maybe it's some freaking weirdo out there. I don't know.
Sexually explicit version in there, and there are some.
Comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this. Did anybody buy one for a kid or anything like that, or for yourself and found anything weird? Let me know.
Totally good games, some nostalgic games. I played the Star Trek game. That was actually pretty fun for a while. That's why I don't understand the reason that this product would actually have that. It'd be good to get a response from the manufacturer. But
I think it's because somebody thought it was funny, whether, it's not. It's little kids, man. But I guarantee that somebody thought it was funny somewhere down the line, and then that's what they went with, and it's.
But there's actually not one listed on the box. So
yeah, some sick puppies out there.
How is the manufacturer not listed on the box? That right there is sketchy to me.
And we thank you and the Top Story team for finding this out so we can let parents know.
Well, let me know what you guys thought and think about that in the comments below. Also, if you did enjoy this video, consider hitting that like button. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next one.